That is the moral of the story right here. Speaking of playing stupid games and getting stupid results, Keke Palmer's boyfriend has been playing a very, very, very dangerous game. A very dangerous game with the court systems. So, Keke Palmer, this comes from NBC News, NBC News reports Keke Palmer accuses ex-boyfriend Darius Jackson of abuse. Judge grants temporary restraining order in custody of the son. Court documents detail multiple times Palmer alleges she was physically attacked by Jackson. She said she also suffered emotional abuse and accused Jackson of love bombing her. Keke Palmer accused her boyfriend Darius Jackson of physical and emotional abuse, writing in court documents that he has repeatedly attacked her, trespassed at her home, and became very frustrated with the 8-year-old son. Palmer's request for a temporary restraining order against Jackson Field in Los Angeles Superior Court on Thursday was granted by Judge Wendy L. Wilcox, according to a notice obtained by NBC News. The actor was temporarily granted sole custody of their son, Leo, with no visitation for Jackson. Palmer, whose real name is Lauren Kiana Palmer, said the abuse happened throughout the 2-year relationship with Jackson and did not stop after their breakup in early October. She wrote that since the split, he is even more unhinged, volatile, and dangerous, and she fears for her and their son's safety. It is because of our son Leo that I was finally able to end my relationship with Darius once and for all and escape the abuse, Palmer wrote in the court documents. Leo is the most important thing in the entire world to me. He needs and deserves to be safe and grow up in an environment free from violence. Both Palmer and Jackson declined to comment when contacted by NBC News. After Palmer filed the documents, Jackson posted a photo on the social media platform X showing him holding their son with the caption, "I love you, son. See you soon." Real quick, before we continue, let's take a look at that.
Shocking allegations of domestic abuse from popular TV personality Keke Palmer. The former host of GMA3 and the game show Password has been granted a temporary restraining order against her ex-boyfriend. Darius Jackson is the father of her 8-month-old son. The actress, who famously showed off her belly bump when she appeared on SNL, submitted shocking images to the court, taken from surveillance video, including this one of her being thrown over the back of a sofa, his hand around her throat. Keke Palmer alleges the domestic violence occurred here at her Los Angeles home over the course of 2 years. And she says the most recent incident happened last Sunday. It got so bad, she called police.
Screaming on the phone that the suspect was attempting to kill her.
In the court documents, Palmer says the abuse included striking and grabbing me around the neck and threatening to kill himself with a gun if I left him. Palmer says the abuse has gone on for 2 years. These photos from 2022 show Jackson allegedly manhandling her. She ends up at the bottom of the stairs. She also accuses him of hitting me in front of our son and spewing profanities about me to our son. Palmer's mother, Sharon, weighed in on the accusations last night, saying she reached out to Jackson's brother.
I went to Sharonis over a year ago and told him that his brother was abusive to my daughter.
We reached out to Palmer and her ex for comment, but did not hear back.
So, it's a lot going on with this. As they titled this next segment, Choked in Body Slam, the petition detailed multiple times Palmer alleged she was physically attacked by Jackson. She also alleged she suffered emotional abuse and accused Jackson of love bombing her. Darius would love bomb me and make me feel like I was the most important woman in the world, only to get extremely distant and cold over a perceived insult to him. If we were at a party or event and I spoke with one person too long or looked at someone a certain way, he would storm off in a rage, telling me I was a slut and a whore, accused me of cheating on him, and I did not love him, she wrote. Darius had a way of gaslighting me to make me feel like I was doing something wrong even though I wasn't. During one alleged altercation on February 13, 2022, Palmer said Jackson choked me and body slammed me on the stairs in my home after he became jealous of her showing him a photo of herself in a bikini. Palmer said the pair were attending a friend's party and she showed him the picture because she was proud of her weight loss results. Palmer said Jackson was so upset that she was worried they would get into a car accident on the drive back home. She alleged that when they got home, he slammed her on the floor and slapped her head from side to side. The abuse continued the next morning, Palmer wrote. She alleged that Jackson grabbed her by the neck and body slammed her on the stairs. Palmer also alleged Jackson would destroy her property like a private journal she had been keeping since she was 12 as a way to punish her. Alleged abuse continued after breakup. During another alleged incident in April 2022, she said Jackson grabbed her eyeglasses from her, threw them on the ground, and stomped on them because he thought Palmer was flirting with a girl at a restaurant, even though she told him she was not. Jackson then opened Palmer's bag, dumped her belongings on the ground in the rain, and tossed her car keys across the parking lot. According to the petition, Jackson got into his own car and left, she wrote. I had to put my glasses back together as best as I could so I could see to drive, pick up my now wet and dirty clothes and other belongings, and rummage in the bushes across the parking lot to find my car keys before I could leave, the petition stated. The most recent alleged abuse toward Palmer happened on November 5th this year after the couple's breakup, according to the document. Palmer said she was at her home talking on the phone to her mother when she was startled to see Jackson burst through her bedroom door. Palmer said they were not living together and she had not permitted him to come over. Jackson, according to the petition, was filming Palmer on his cell phone and demanded to see their son. Palmer wrote that she had asked him to leave, but he refused to do so. I tried to remain calm, but as I was again asking him to leave, he stood up from the chair, walked towards me, and made sure there were no furniture between us. He was yelling, leaning into me, getting into my face. At that point, he lunged at me, grabbing at my neck and face, knocked me backwards over the couch, stole my phone out of my hands, and then ran out of the house, she wrote. Palmer said Jackson attempted to drive away, and when she blocked his exit with garbage cans, he allegedly almost hit her with his car. Police were called following with the altercation, and after interviewing the actor, her sister and Jackson, they told him to leave and warned him not to come back. The officers encouraged Palmer to file for a domestic violence restraining order, she wrote. Several of the alleged incidents were witnessed by Palmer's parents, Sharon and Larry Palmer, her sister, and her friends, according to the petition. Surveillance video also captured some of the abuse, which we saw in the screenshots there from some of that video surveillance. Palmer says she fears for her son's safety. Palmer said she and Jackson would go to a couples therapy. For a time, things would get better, and then they would get bad again. One feud became public in July when Jackson shamed Palmer over the outfit she wore to Usher's Las Vegas residency video that surfaced showed the Nope star wearing a sheer dotted dress with a bodysuit underneath that Usher serenaded her. Jackson shared a video clip of it and wrote, "It's the outfit though, you're a mom." And we remember that as well because we had covered that on the podcast before. And I specifically told everyone, I said, I don't necessarily think this is him being jealous of the outfit. I think this is something deeper than that. I specifically said he is jealous of Usher. He's not jealous of the outfit. He is jealous of fucking Usher. He's not jealous of what she's wearing. There is something deeper in between that. I said that specifically on the podcast, that there's something with that boyfriend and his jealous behaviors. Palmer later appeared in a music video for Usher's song Boyfriend, sparkling rumors that the pair had split and that she was taking a jab at Jackson, which I also said. The petition also detailed times when Jackson would allegedly become frustrated with their son and call her names while talking to the baby. During an incident on September 26, Jackson allegedly started getting rough with Leo physically while he was changing his diaper. Palmer said she should step in and to make sure Darius would not hurt him, and it almost became a tug of war with Leo as Palmer attempted to take the baby away from him. Darius finally let go, and Leo was not harmed. But as always, was holding him, Leo trying to comfort him, and finished changing his diaper. Darius hit me in the head before storming out of the room, she wrote. The actor said she filed for the petition without telling Jackson, writing that she fears for her and Leo's safety. I am fearful of what retaliatory actions Darius may take against me, including harming or taking our son away. If I give him notice of my request for protection, she wrote, a hearing in the case is scheduled for December 5th. So thoughts and prayers go out to Keke Palmer and her family on this matter here. Thoughts and prayers also go out to Darius Jackson, who I hope just gets some therapy. Because that's what it sounds like. It sounds like the young man needs some therapy and has had some traumas in his past that has caused him to be doing this. I don't necessarily see them getting back together. I don't see and that's the thing, I kept saying divorce. I thought that they were married, but they were just in a relationship. So kudos to Keke Palmer for noticing the abuse early on and not moving forward with this situation, because this could have been a very, very sticky situation for Miss Keke Palmer.